Hello, Aries. Welcome back, my love. I do hope that you're well and happy birthday to you because we are in your season. So, this month, what I see for you from the 1st to the 15th of May is what I'm going to be discussing with you today. We've got a couple of key things happening, and for you, Aries, on the 1st, where we have Pluto turning retrograde in the sign of Aquarius, this is going to have an impact on your hopes, your dreams, your social life, and any plans that you have had or you currently have or what you've been working on. Then by the 5th of May, when we actually move into the full moon lunar eclipse week, which should be a fantastic week for you, it looks as though there's a lot of transformation around potentially your money and your finances. Then on the 7th, when Venus finally moves into the sign of Cancer, your home life, your mother figures, and how you feel secure in life right now is the focus. And then on the 15th, in the middle of the month, when Mercury does turn direct, under the sign of Taurus, here for you, it looks like there's more money energy around your sun sign. So let's look at this in detail and see what this means for you. So as I said, on the 1st of May, we're going to have the planet Pluto finally go into a retrograde. So what you personally have for yourself, Aries, is you have a window of opportunity between May and October to really transform your hopes, dreams, goals, and what it is that you want. So here on the screen, we've got Pluto circled in blue, just down the bottom. And for you, he will shift up for the Aries chart and he will go up to where the yellow arrow is in your 11th house. While he's here, as I said, this planet is the planet of transformation. He is the planet that brings changes, but he brings slow and steady change because he is in retrograde, normally for about a good 5 or 6 months. Now, a retrograde planet is obviously pulling you back to something, and he is currently going to be at 0 degrees by the time we hit the 1st of May. So for you, Aries, it is a chance to create a new chapter around what it is that you're hoping for, dreaming for, or what you have been working for on, especially as we are moving into the eclipse season and we are now more or less done with the first quarter of 2023. The sign that he is retrograding under is also key for you because he's going to be under Aquarius. This is a very mental energy, this sign. This is an air sign. It deals with innovation, it deals with forward thinking, and this is a sign that calls you to think about the future, basically. It's a very futuristic sign and quite rebellious. So the message here for you, Aries, is that you can transform whatever it is you want to transform, but you've really got to be dynamic about this. You've really got to use your thoughts, your brain, your planning, and think big, I guess is what I'm trying to say. The universe is supporting you to think outside the box in any way that you wish to at the moment. We can see here on the screen circled in red the planet Jupiter, which looks a bit like the number 4. Now, this is a planet that brings around luck, fortune, and basically benevolence and a lot of blessings. And he is going to be under the sign of Aries. So this is good news for you because clearly he's going to be in your first house. So this is about you. And what Pluto is going to do with his transformative energy is form a square to this planet. Now, technically speaking, squares can be a little bit of frustration and a little bit of confusion and maybe a little bit of tension. But where we're dealing with the planet Jupiter, what it indicates to me is that for Aries, you could have a touch of luck as we go through this transformative period that we have between May and October 2023. Now, don't get me wrong, the luck may not come to you straight away because, it is a planet that moves very, very slow. Both these planets move very, very slow, and Pluto is in retrograde, and also this is a square. But even though it's a square, it's a chance for you to basically grab an opportunity or to create your own fortune if you want to take it. So this is how the universe is supporting you between now and October. The other thing about the 11th house, if we look on the screen where the arrow is, where this planet is going to be for you, Pluto, it also covers things like your friends. So people who you are connected to, and these are people who you are not necessarily at all romantically involved with, because these people we would find in the 7th and the 5th house. The 11th house people are friends, your social circle, people you meet on social media that you connect with, your co-workers. So it's basically about your connections. So what I'm seeing here for you, Aries, is a real chance for you to call on your network of connections, create some kind of fortune for yourself between now and October, and definitely transform whatever it is that you hope for. So definitely go for it. On the 5th of May, when we actually arrive at the full moon week, so we can see it here on the screen, we've got the full moon, we've got the moon circled in red on the left, and then on the right hand side circled in yellow, we've got the sun. This is what gives us the full moon, when these two energies are opposite each other, same degree, different signs. So the energy for you this full moon, Aries, is that the universe is asking you to let go of something and maybe even be a little bit rebellious or radical about the changes that you want in your life. And this is specifically to do with your 8th house, which is money. Because where the moon is here on the screen, circled in red, she's going to shift around for the Aries chart, and she will be up where the red arrow is, your 8th house. So this area of life is things that you share. It's money that you share, like debts, taxes, property that you may share. It's how you give your time to other people. It's also the house of inheritance as well, if you're due any money to come to you. And another major thing about this part of life where you're having your eclipse is that it is the house of separation and divorce as well. So where the universe is giving you this full moon here, and it's under Scorpio's energy, which is about emotions. Emotionally, if you need to detach from something, Aries, take the full moon to do it. Emotionally, if you need to transform something, especially to do with your money, your debts, your taxes, or anything that you share with other people, places, situations, and places in things in your life, the full moon week is a great time to do it. And if you are someone who really needs to release something or separate or divorce yourself, quote unquote, not literally divorce as in, divorce your partner, for some of you it might be, but in a general sense, if you need to divorce yourself from something, this is the time that the universe is supporting you to do it. And for some of you, you may even find that naturally something falls away from your life. And I say that because this is a South Node eclipse. If you look on the screen where we've got the moon circled in red, just to the kind of left to her, above that, we've got here like a kind of horseshoe shape in black. This is the South Node, and this is the area of letting go. So the overall energy of this full moon for everyone is about some kind of release. It's a lunar eclipse, so this is emotional. This is about things that are internal that we might be holding on to. What else is happening for you, Aries, around this full moon is that circled in blue, over on the right hand side of the screen, we've got here the planet Uranus, and the full moon, her energy is going to form an opposition with this planet here. Now, this is the planet of rebellion. This is the planet of unexpected change, and it basically forces us to do something, or it will shake our lives up in some way. I can only kind of give this energy a very similar vibe to the tarot card, the Tower. If you're familiar with tarot, it's that kind of energy. So again, Uranus, where he is circled in blue, is going to shift up to where the red arrow is and be around that 8th house area of yours, which is to do with transformation, shared finances, divorce, separation, and basically letting go. This is an area of revamping things. So however this applies to you, Aries, whatever you need to revamp in your life, the universe is supporting you to be very radical with this, and maybe even do something that you may have never thought that you would do before. It could be something that you've been holding back on. And if this is you and this message from the universe speaks to you, then my only hope and wish and intention is that you go for it this full moon from the 5th of May, because the universe will be supporting you with making those changes. So as we move through the month and we get to the 7th, and we're kind of still in the full moon week this week, around the 7th, as mentioned, we're going to have the planet Venus move into the sign of Cancer. And this is wonderful for you as well, Aries. We've got her on the screen here, circled in red. And for you, she's going to drop down and go to where the blue arrow is. And she is supporting your area of life to do with how you feel secure, your home, your family, any mother figures that you have in your life, and the female energies that you connect with. Venus is a planet that deals with love, money, art, and beauty. So, straight up, this is what she's bringing to you. She's bringing that supportive energy of love, money, art, and beauty to your home life, basically. So, right now, the message for you is your home life is supported. It is blessed, and it's a great time to work on foundations and connections with your family or mother figures. At the same time, is also a perfect time for any Aries to focus on activities that really make you feel secure and grounded, because this is the part of the chart that she is in for you. Now, she's going to be at 0 degrees again. So, when a planet is at 0 degrees, this is a new chapter. So, for some of you, if you need a new chapter, or you need a new start, or you need some kind of supportive energy that's loving and benevolent to do with your overall security and foundations in life, the universe is providing you with this as we move through the full moon week and we get to about the 7th of May. I would say here that it is a great time to really focus on whatever it is that makes you feel secure and get yourself grounded around this time. And it's a good time for any creative Aries as well. So I hope you have a wonderful week for that full moon week. Now, as we move forward and we get to the middle of the month, this is when Mercury is going to turn direct on the 15th, and he will turn direct at 5 degrees of the sign Taurus at around 3:16 a.m. This is GMT, my local time. So depending where you are in the world, it could be the same day or it could be the day before for you. So on the screen here, we've got Mercury circled in red. And here he is, and he's going to drop down and shift back for your chart, Aries, and he will be where the green arrow is. So this is your area of life to do with your money. But this is very different from the money that was focused on in your 8th house around the full moon. This is your personal money. This is your values, and this is your personal worth in terms of what you own: money, cars, jewelry, property, you name it. Anything that is actually yours and gives you value financially, it's that part of your life. And apart from the financial part of value, the second house deals with personal values. So your ethics and what you believe in and what it is you want. And of course, what you find valuable in life. So when Mercury finally comes out of his retrograde and he turns direct, what this means for you, Aries, is that if you've had any money worries or any money troubles over the last, let's say, a couple of months while he's been in retrograde, this could all be over. And that is fantastic news for you. If you've had any challenges around communication to do with money, to do with bills, or to do with things that you generally value in life, if you've been having issues with other people or difficulty trying to navigate, what it is that you value against what somebody else values, this could start to ease when he turns direct as well. But the main message here that I want to give you with Mercury turning direct, Aries, is that remember, he is under the sign of Taurus, and Taurus is the sign of building. Taurus is the sign of wealth. Taurus is the sign of earth energy. And Mercury is the planet of ideas, thoughts, communication, and travel. So what this translates to in basic terms is that for you, Aries, it is a perfect time to start thinking about building on your ideas. So ask yourself, what ideas have you had of late? What ideas have you been thinking of that you may want to pursue, but maybe you haven't, or you started? And it's a great time to build a foundation on this. Yes, especially to do with your money. And it could even be that the universe is supporting you with any money-making ideas that you have right about now, because he is going to be turning direct in your house of personal finance and values. So it could be a great time for you as we close out the month and we move through the mid-month towards the end of the month, for you to think about how it is that you could personally make some money. Because if that's you, if you want to, and you've had an idea, you know what, go for it. Mercury is supporting you. So I hope you have a wonderful first couple of weeks of May, Aries, and thank you so much for being here, and thank you for listening in. And if you are someone who loves astrology as much as I do, then do check out the links below and check out the 2023 Moon Phase Planner, which is up on Amazon and has got some really nice reviews. I've put it there for you and I to use, and I've really enjoyed using mine so far this year. Do stay tuned. I will be uploading the end of the month astrology horoscopes for your personal sign. And don't forget, you've got the playlist here if you want to go back and listen to any of your other month's horoscopes. Join me over on the website www.thespiritualparlour.com. And until next time, keep well, have a wonderful month. And I do hope that this is a great start to the month for you. I'll see you soon.